Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You're most welcome to my show. Today, I want to be commenting on the Senzo Meyiwa case that is going on in the court in South Africa. Senzo Meyiwa was South African goalkeeper, was playing for Orlando Pirates, and South African national soccer team, Bafana, as the captain. He was killed in 2014, on 26 October 2014, at the house of his girlfriend, Khumalo. Okay, the house of his girlfriend's mother. Okay, not the house of his girlfriend, but the house of his girlfriend's mother, where they went to visit. Right, and they bumped robbers there, or robbers found them there, and then something happened and he was very unlucky. They shot him and killed him. So the case has been ongoing. They are in the court after they arrested 5 suspects connected to the murder. But I don't want to comment much about the incident itself, okay, and the events in the court, or the whatever is happening in the court, the statements. But I want to comment, like trying to reason with friends and colleagues that posting on the YouTube, just like myself, right? Trying to make comments on YouTube, okay? Their own opinions, expressing opinions on what is happening in the case there at the court. So actually, most importantly, I want to say what I have noticed is that it looks like the understanding of court processes is not easy. Okay, so in the end, everybody just making his own comments, and then some of the comments are simply out of ignorance on how court processes go about. See, this is very dangerous, because sometimes when a judge would come up with his own verdict, then we will all maybe blame him, okay, without knowing exactly how the cases are handled in the case, in the court, and how the testimonies, witnesses, everything, they are organized. Okay, we fail to understand there are procedures in the courts. Okay, this is very important for us to understand. Okay, I wanted to address one point especially that is coming out frequently, is that why is Kelly Khumalo not a witness and not a suspect in the case? Why? Even journalists, some TV journalists, they would say, oh, there are so many lies in the court. Oh, that is not the story. Okay, the story is different from that. But here, I don't, okay. But in laws, okay, there are procedures that are used. There are procedures in law, in courts, that are used. Okay. For example, I would cite one that's called witness management. Okay. Witness management. There is a process that is used to identify witnesses, people who will testify in the case. Okay. So they don't take anyone just in the road, in the street. No, it's not like that. And in fact, for a witness to be picked, to qualify, okay, to testify in the court, he goes through certain processes until, okay, he qualifies to be. You can have maybe 15 witnesses. Okay, some of them, they may fail to pass the test, okay, of a witness. There is a test process of determining a witness who will be taken to testify in the. For example, if some of the witnesses did not pass the test, there are certain tests. Those are standard tests. Doesn't matter which case. Okay, any case, there are some standard tests that are used. So the witnesses that are picked to testify in the court, usually they passed the test to testify. They passed that test. So they are picked to testify at the court. That is called witness management standard process. Okay, it's very important to know that, because people are making, postulations. In court processes, let me tell you one thing, very, very important. When you talk about court processes, don't take your own feelings. Okay, they are not law. Your own feelings are not a law. The law is the law, the way it is. The procedures are procedures. Even the lawyers there, those lawyers, the defense lawyers, they know the procedures. But lawyers, their job is to defend the suspects. Okay, so sometimes they deliberately confuse. You understand, because they are predetermined. They are making money. It's their money. They are making money. They are making money. So that's why they would sometimes try to confuse the witness. Okay, but that's what they learn. Okay, but it's democracy, so they have to do that. In countries where there is no democracy, usually they don't have lawyers who can actually pressurize, give witness pressure like that. Okay, but I wanted to say that, so sometimes there are so many conspiracies. People, so far we have seen that there are so many witnesses that have appeared in the case to testify. Okay, none of the witnesses, not even one of the witnesses, has said there were no intruders at the house of Kelly Khumalo. Okay, all of them, they have said they were intruders. They were intruders. They were intruders. Okay, even if it were one, okay, one person saying there were no intruders, it was not enough to disqualify the story that there were no intruders. Okay, so if the judge would pass the judgment, there are certain standards, okay, that he follows also. Even if the suspects deny that we don't know nothing about this case, okay, even if they refuse, all right, there are certain standards that the judge uses to say this is the standard. Okay, for example, most of those people like Tumio Majala is a very important key witness. That one, no matter you criticize him or you do what, in some countries, okay, that we witness like Tumio Majala, they pay him, to testify in a case like that one. See, because you already heard when Senzo Meyiwa was killed, okay, the state put up a reward of 250,000 US dollar and 250,000 rand for anyone who can come up with good information about the knowledge of the suspects who committed that murder. All right, the state put up 250,000 for a person who can come up with the accurate information of the people who do that, to arrest and get convicted. If those people are convicted, that person will get 250,000. You see, so basically, if you know, you know. But generally, basically, I want to tell you that the state is prosecuting that case the way they are prosecuting. Okay, that's why I'm saying most people are commenting out of ignorance. Okay, the state already has got 100% information. That's why you see sometimes they are cutting the witness. The witnesses say, no, don't say that. Okay, stop, don't continue, the other statement, don't mention it. Okay, what don't. The reason why they are doing that, the state is, they know that story very well. Okay, so they don't want to compromise it, or compromise to what I can say. They don't want to broaden it extensively, because they are double sure that the people they arrested, they are the right people connected to the case. They are double sure. They're 100% sure about that. Okay, so here they came with those people, the forensic experts, the police were there testifying. Okay, I can tell you that from my knowledge. I can tell you that those people, they are backup only, the backup. But the real witnesses who betrayed those people are not those people there. All right, the real witnesses who betrayed those suspects are not those witnesses that we see in the court. Those witnesses did not come to the court, all right? No, because they did not qualify the process of being to testify in the case, all right? Remember, the state put 250,000, okay, for anyone with credible information pointing to the right suspects who killed Senzo Meyiwa. See, and people all over South Africa were providing information. You understand? Information. We are providing information. They know. You see? So what the state does is to place, okay, the suspects. Okay. If you go back to one of the witnesses, was Colonel Stein, okay, was asked by the lawyer the procedure they used to come up with to determine the suspects. You see what he said? He said things like biometric, okay, registration, okay. When people go to get a loan, when people go to buy a car, he mentioned that categorically. When people go to buy a car, some situations when you go to, maybe you go shopping, all right? When you go to bank, okay, or anywhere, okay, maybe you go to your SIM card, okay, you use your ID, or you see, everywhere you find that if you, maybe you commit a small crime, okay, if you go to police, they will take your fingerprints, they will take your face, they will take pictures of you, okay? Those things that are well aligned in the database. There is nowhere to run. You can't escape. You can't escape, okay? Because half a day, you want to go to the supermarket to buy something. Half a time, you want to go to the bank. You see, if you go to the bank ATM, you find that there at the ATM, there is a camera. There at the ATM. When you are withdrawing your own money from your own account, there is a camera there. It's recording you. So there is nowhere to run. So the state knows very well. That's the problem. So some people think that maybe the state doesn't know the real story. The state knows the real story. And some of the incidences, you see, that's why I'm saying that, when it comes to witness management, this is where there is big ignorance. Most of the people commenting like on YouTube, they don't know process or procedure, what is called witness management. Okay, they are putting their own feelings, their own imaginations, okay, their own assumptions. The court cases don't work like that. Okay, court cases don't work like that. Don't work by your assumptions, imaginations. It's the law, okay? And it's the procedure, standard procedure. That's why you see those people, they are arguing in the court. The judge will tell you that, will tell the lawyer that, what you're doing is not the standard procedure. It's not acceptable procedure in the court. You see that? So no matter your feelings, you can have feelings. They are not law. For example, someone said that, Khumalo must be arrested. See, arrested for what? What? How can she be arrested? Arrested for what? Where does she come in as a suspect? Okay, it doesn't qualify. There is nothing that qualifies yet for her. Okay, she can only become a suspect if one of the suspects there, those suspects that have been arrested, okay, points to her. You see, confesses that yes, okay, we killed Senzo Meyiwa, but we were sent by the lady. She paid us so much, did this, here are the slips, here is what happened, she paid us here, they did this, okay, they qualified, you see that she will be arrested. Same day, same time, okay. But so far, it's all speculations, okay. In fact, when you say the state, okay, is prosecuting those 5 people, the state is representing Khumalo. That's what it means, see. The state is representing, because the state is prosecuting those people on behalf of Senzo Meyiwa. Senzo Meyiwa was the boyfriend to Khumalo. Okay? So, a spouse of a deceased person does not become, a spouse of a victim in this case, does not become a witness. Because it's like a person is becoming a witness in his own case. You see, it doesn't work like that. A person does not become a witness in his own case. No. Okay, can write statements but cannot become a witness. That is not allowed in the procedures, in court procedures. But at a later stage, okay, where necessary, now it's the same like those, suspects, okay, you take them to become their own witness, okay. No, it doesn't work. Those people, they are being prosecuted. They cannot be witnesses of their own. You see, witnesses must be people who independently view the incident, all right? But possibly they were not very much part of they were not very much, they can express independent observations, all right? See, they can explain independent observations, as you can see, as you have seen there, that all the people that Kelly Khumalo was a girlfriend to Senzo and cannot be a witness. You understand? That's not allowed in normal procedure. But she can be a suspect, okay? In the event that one of the suspects there mentions her, you see, that yes, we did this, and this one, we were assigned by this lady, so on and so forth. Okay, so she can be accomplice, you see. Then that can be totally separate incident. Okay, so witness management. Let me talk about witness management. This is very important. Witness management. Witness management in the court processes. Witness management. Someone said that, Kelly Khumalo was driving the car for Senzo Meyiwa after the Meyiwa died. Or says Kelly Khumalo was, did not call the police, or 4 hours not calling the police. Okay, this has to do with what is called witness management. Okay, in the witness management manual or module, okay, that is used in the law or in courts. Okay, sometimes some people, okay, they prefer to suffer in silence. Okay, so some people, even if they are victimized, even if they are attacked by criminals, okay, they are attacked by criminals, even if they are vandalized, their properties vandalized, or whatever can happen, even if they are robbed, they can never tell the police. Okay, the reason is that most people, they think the police are connected. Okay, they just think like that, but sometimes it's not like that. But sometimes the other reason is that they are scared of the same criminals. Okay, that if I tell the police, the same criminals will come back to me. Why you tell the police? Okay, usually sometimes the criminals will tell my friend, if you try to call the police, or if you try I will. You see, some people have gone through those. What people should have been talking about now was to find out, okay, the history, okay, of robberies at the house of Kelly Khumalo. Okay, that was what maybe the lawyers could have been asking. Okay, they all should have asked the police to provide profile of the robberies in that particular area. You see, and that should have given a clue of how people live there. You see that many places people live in fear. You see, that house, there were ladies, only women living there. And we talk about Khumalo's uncle, but was not staying at that place. Maybe he was staying somewhere else. So many people I have seen in South Africa, maybe they are victimized. Okay, they prefer just to go free. Okay, peacefully, even away from the crime, and they would never talk about that crime. Even if they witnessed the crime, okay, they will never discuss it. What happened? What happened? They will never discuss it. You see, you will see that there was a crime here. What? Okay. Oh, there was a crime. Oh, okay. You leave it. They are going. They don't want to discuss that crime. The reason is that some people, they have that fear of criminals, even talking about them, even discussing them. There is also a certain feeling or aura that, when you talk about criminals, they will come to you. If you cannot talk about them, you are safe. There are so many beliefs associated with that. And me, I believe that Kelly Khumalo shows that, like, she's the kind of person who has that kind of belief as well, that she does not have nothing to do with, even if she's victimized, she would rather suffer in silence. So witness management talks about things like those. There are so many witnesses, that even eyewitnesses, that the state has to pay them, okay, and assure them safety. You see, that's why Tumelo Mandala said there in the court that for me, okay, to testify here in the court, okay, I had to be assured, okay, of my safety by an independent body. Independent. I'm putting it in my own words, but he said it like that. That there were some people who approached him to say, you must register with so. Okay, this one is called witness protection. Okay, witness protection initiative is an initiative for witness protection. So Tume Madala is already on witness protection. Okay, we don't know about the others, but it was clearly, they said it there in the court, that Tume Madala is under witness protection. So that's why you would see that he's been freely speaking there in the court, to the extent that at one point he inserted the suspects, because he is on that program, the witness protection. But it's very key and important witness, because he is an eyewitness. He saw everything with his eyes, and definitely his testimony is one of the most reliable testimonies. Okay, so if the state is well fed with information about those people, definitely it's going to be very, very dangerous for the suspects. The best way is just to confess. Maybe if they confessed, some will go to jail, others will go out. Okay. And the other thing that I wanted, some people say that Kelly Khumalo is using the car for Senzo Meyiwa. Senzo Meyiwa is the father of Kelly Khumalo's son. You see, so after Senzo Meyiwa died, after Senzo Meyiwa was killed, all right, he did not die together with the boy. The boy is still there. And if you go to court, for example, they'll tell you clearly that the duty of the woman is to take care of the child, okay, and think about the future. Most women, they think about the future of their child, okay. So here's the father is dead, okay. Now, always very concerned about the future of the child. The child will have no support. You have nothing to trust. You have nobody to support, no backup, no defense. So in this case, okay, usually what happens is that the woman thinks about, okay, the father is dead. What do I do now? Nothing I can do, okay? He will get hold of anything. Remember, Senzo Meyiwa was married to another lady. So definitely that is already a battleground for fighting for whatever is there, okay, to repossession. So that becomes the fight for repossession. So that doesn't matter much. The court already knows that one was just a battle for repossession. So immediately after Senzo died, all right, and was declared dead, there are so many things that were happening. Senzo Kelly Khumalo was doing all the things. Those were just incidental, okay, to do with the baby support. You see, that's very important. So if you say, some people are saying, she was not showing remorse, like she was not showing like in the morning, like she was not in a grieved situation. Yes, okay, she cannot show like in a grieved situation, because that one is a very dramatic situation. It's something that was not arranged. Accident is accident. You see, it's something that was not arranged. It's a sudden situation. Sometimes when something happens, you think quickly. Okay, for example, if there is fire breaks, okay, you think about the most important things to take care of, to rescue, all right? That this is a situation, a very dangerous situation, but it's going to put me in big trouble. So you look at the most important things to rescue. So that is how it works, okay? So those things, sometimes the courts do understand. They know already that those things can happen like that. But seriously, what I'm trying to say is that, some people say, Kelly Khumalo must be arrested. On what charge? On what charge that she can be arrested? She can be arrested on what charge? They definitely can see that they can appear no charge, because already the suspects, they identified 5 suspects that are connected to whatever happened, okay? The shots, the bullets, there, okay? And someone was talking about the contamination of the scene, okay? Contamination of the scene where this thing happened, the contamination, some people contaminated the scene, and the scene was like, maybe when the police came, they could not find the police, okay? Yes, they recommend that whenever there is a crime or a crime of a scene of crime, must not be contaminated. But it is not like a must that you cannot contaminate. Police already know that. Sometimes people don't know, all right? So that's why there are so many ways to investigate. I can tell you that how they came up with the names of those suspects. They did not use the scene there, okay? They used totally, we have already said that there was a time they announced people, they hired people, the state hired people to draw the pictures of how those people were looking like, okay? It had nothing to do with the fingerprints, what had nothing to do with the scene. That one is just additional confirmation that can be used on the scene where necessary, okay? So yes, it's very important, okay, to preserve the scene of crime, but where it has not been preserved, the police don't worry about that, okay, because they have many other methods, so many methods, okay, to cross-check, to investigate the criminals. See, so many methods that they can use. If you go through witness management, you see there are many methods. Even there are situations where the scene of a crime, okay, maybe there are witnesses that don't want to talk, or sometimes there is a witness who is a key witness but is elusive, don't want to appear. There are situations where the police meet a person who is a witness but refuse, okay, to appear in court. You understand? A witness. There are situations where there is a witness, okay, in the court, but that witness is accomplice, direct accomplice. You see, there are situations like those. There are situations where the police find that this is a situation of a crime scene, but they find that at that crime, okay, nobody saw the suspects, okay, and nobody has got the information of the suspects, and that suspect is completely unknown, you see. So the police they have so many methods to investigate, okay, and the state coming, there's so many methods. So that should not worry people to say, Khumalo contaminated the scene and therefore must be arrested. That is totally offside from the case, because the police already know there are so many ways to investigate in a scene like that. So what I'm saying is that doesn't make sense at all. So okay, I will be coming up with my own comments on my observations in the courts, but basically my comments are based on what other people are already commenting on Facebook, on YouTube, and other channels. Thank you so much. Subscribe to my channel and follow me always so that we can be sharing more ideas together. Thank you so much. Today we're sharing about witness management in court cases in a relationship to Senzo Meyiwa case. Khumalo cannot be arrested and cannot be a suspect, okay, because the police and the state have so many ways to investigate a case like that one. All right. Thank you so much.